America is like the perfect. It's a middle management experiment, but like the greatest middle management. They've explained to us that we're doing slightly better than somebody, and it's made all of us fine with whatever treatment we gotta get, as long as we know somebody's getting it a little worse.
Tell us about a moment where you wish you would have said something and you didn't. There's nothing better than this. Say what you mean. 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 I'm just going to say this about the next person coming to the stage. I'm sure he's on Donald Trump's hit list, along with a few of us. But he's one of the people, I actually opened for him before, and he's one of the people that gives me permission to do what I do, my stand-up, the way that I do it, because I'm an oddball, and I know I think a certain way, but I just want to say some shit that really stirs the pot sometimes, because it's the way that I think. And he's just one of my favorite comedians. I think he's highly intelligent, but also very funny. And he also invited me to be on a show, which was the first live special on Peacock, and I was very honored by him. You get to see him every Saturday on Saturday Night Live. Please put your hands together for Mr. Michael J. I'm good. Is your mic on?
Oh, thank you. Oh yeah, here we are. Thank you, sir. Hi, how are you? How you guys doing? This makes me so anxious.
Hey.
Huh?
Why? Listen, I'm not trying to put you on the spot. You know how people be like, let me see if I can get something juicy.
No, it's not even that. It just feels, I don't know, it feels like I'm in court. This is like immediate court.
Yeah, he sent me a text. He said, for the record, I hate podcasts.
I hate it. I hate it. I feel like I'm gonna say something that I don't even know is something, and then I find out it's something.
How many times has that happened to you?
A lot of times.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Listen, does it happen weekly for you?
Oh, here we go. No, it's not. No, it's not that it happens weekly. It's just because I think in the form of a joke, you could always like defend it and say, "Well, that was just a joke." But in an interview, it's not a joke.
It is a joke. We still tell jokes here. I follow you on social media, on Instagram, and you have you do these. Y'all, who follows him? Y'all see what he like posts?
Don't.
He posts, and then you read it, and then it's gone. You go back, and you're like, damn, it's gone.
Well, no, because sometimes if you post something, like you could post something to like right now, and then that's the thought you had now. But like 2 p.m., somebody be like, "Hey man, I feel you on that." And I'm like, "What the are you talking about?" So I just don't like to be in conversations for too long, So I'll just delete it once I stop thinking about it, so that you can stop asking me about it, and I don't have to keep talking about the same thought I had randomly at 7 p.m. on a Thursday. Does that not make sense?
Like 8 minutes, he gonna get up and walk the off the stage and be like, I don't want to have this conversation anymore.
No, like in the moment it's fun, but I just don't like it after the moment's passed.
You troll you troll the people who troll you very well. I
don't troll them. Do I troll them?
You clown them, yes. There's been people who get real bent out of shape sometimes, and you come back and you're like, your comebacks. I admire that because I'm so emotional sometimes.
Really?
Yes. Does anybody else know what I'm talking about? When they're and their feelings in his comment section, and then you go back and you're like, and I'm like, damn, I wish I could do that.
Oh, I always think that's what people want, though. Like I think like people will message me just to be made fun of in a way, and you just do it, and they won't. Yeah, I guess that's not a good thing.
It is.
Sometimes I'll say something mean, and then I can just see my followers go down, 1,000 at a time.
500 followers.
Did you really?
Recently, it was in one day. I thought I always think it's funny when they go because they not rocking with you anyway. If they
Right.
leave, they were never.
Yeah.
You know.
Or they were like robots that, you know.
Yeah, they got cleaned up. Yeah, say it.
No. See, this is that thing where you're like,
I didn't buy followers.
no,
no
not
way.
buying followers. No, and sometimes like people will follow you, then they're just like sales accounts and shit. You know, like you ever get that? They'll do like a sweep sometimes where they like delete a bunch of accounts. This is crazy. No one cares about this.
Don't you feel like it doesn't matter what conversation you have publicly? There's always an opportunity for it to turn into something else.
Yes, I think it's like, to me, it's like, I think that's part of the entertainment. Like, we go into show business thinking it's just, oh, I got a funny joke or I got a funny story, I got a good fucking piece of art and I want to just show people. But that's not why people watch. That's not the only reason people watch. They want to see everything behind it, everything that makes it. So it's all interesting. So they pick it apart just in different layers. It's just more entertainment almost for free. You know what I mean? Like my grandmother used to eat chicken wings. Sometimes she'd snap the bone in half and eat what's in the middle. And I'm like, you just get another chicken wing. But to her, she loved chicken so much. She liked the middle part. She liked the part that wasn't food. She wasted nothing. And people do that with performers. Like anything we say is also part of the entertainment. It's also part of the show. When you leave here, if you do something crazy, they're gonna be like, oh, that's another facet of you that we know that we got because we came here and saw you. It's just a thing.
Yeah, it's not fun. You know what I hate?
Podcast?
The internet. Because
I'm bringing you over to the dark side.
take me to the night. Listen, you watch a movie and then you'll go like you read reviews.
Yeah.
And then people will be like, the lighting was horrible.
Right.
Who was the DP on? I wish you never knew what a DP was because you just ruined it. It's like
I totally agree.
it's Rotten Tomatoes reviews like. Do you like the movie? Was it a good movie? I don't want the Cisco and Ebert review from my peers.
Word. I miss okay movies.
Yeah, I do too.
Like for the first, so much of my life was just watching okay movies.
Right.
And now it either has to be terrible or amazing. And you're like, why can't it just be okay? Why can't I just watch it 13 times in the summer because it came on HBO? And that's why I know Forrest Gump by heart. It wasn't the greatest movie, but I just saw it all the time. So it's an okay movie. Why is it gotta be amazing?
So now the Forrest Gump people coming for you. They're gonna be like, that was one of the best movies ever.
I loved Forrest Gump as a kid. As an adult, I hate it.
Yeah.
Because Jenny was an awful person, man.
She learned at the end, though. She regrets.
What? She did at the end when she got sick and died? Her.
She got AIDS.
She got AIDS and then was like, went to the fucking... Listen, guys, this is why... We're not supporting Jenny. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. Jenny is the wrong side of history.
But you know what? If you would have been an adult when that movie came out and you said that, a bunch of people would have agreed with you. Now, she was abused. She was mistreated. She had trauma. So it was...
She made a... He didn't even know what he wanted.
We definitely getting in trouble.
She brought him to the whole, what is it, dormitory?
Yeah.
Okay, and what'd she do? All right. It's not like she didn't know. She knew she was 11 years old. Okay. Poor Forrest.
She was...
Run, Forrest, run.
Jesus.
Well, that shouldn't be here. That should not be here.
I think you're the perfect person for this.
I don't think so.
right? They love you. Cause you know what happens when, what happens when you say stuff like this publicly?
Boy. Man, I know
It's
what
a
happens.
bunch of people that thought that and never had the courage to say it. And they're like, here is our superhero.
Well, that's not is that a courage thing? But we all know that shit, right? Like, Jenny was a bad person.
Some people don't think Jenny was a bad person.
Well, rewatch that movie. I don't like that movie one bit. I'm sorry. And I know about heart. It used to come on every fucking day.
It makes you feel sad for Forrest, right?
It makes me I feel very sad for Forrest. I relate to Forrest.
Really? Who's your Jenny?
I don't have a Jenny.
In
what way?
Who's the Jenny? Who had you come to the dormitory? Take advantage of you. Then ran off with another dude and got AIDS. Who?
She didn't even explain how. She was like, don't worry about it, Forrest. It's complicated. I got this thing. Anyway, you want to go to bed?
And they had a baby, right?
Yeah, they had a son. He was like 12. She just looked him up when she got sick. That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. Lieutenant Dan was right.
I love the outrage. The outrage differs with generations, right?
That's right.
So the older people are like, that's right, goddamn it, Jenny was trash. Right?
Trash.
Some of the millennials, they're like on the fence. Like the older millennials, she's like, she was problematic. Right? The younger millennials are like, I'm feeling triggered right now. Right? And Gen Z is out of here. They're like, this. These old people are the devil.
Triggered. I like that word, triggered.
Why?
Trigger. You know, you said something earlier that made me laugh a lot about like certain words that men shouldn't use. Mm-hmm. Triggered is one of those words.
Yeah. I'm gonna add it to my joke.
Yeah, triggered is a yeah. Dudes can't say that.
Have you ever heard a man say that he was triggered?
I hear men say it all the time now.
And do you judge them?
Yeah, immediately. It does what they think triggering means. That's my way of saying it without saying it. I just don't like the word trigger. What the
Is there a moment where you just don't feel like this person? You wish you would have said something and you didn't?
No. Well, no. I think I'm the opposite. Like a lot of times I wish I didn't say anything. Like anything. That I feel that way more than I wish I would have said something. Like it's very rare that I feel like, damn, I should have said something. It's more like I should have just shut the up. I shouldn't have said nothing.
Is there a moment where you can remember where you said something and you were like, damn, I shouldn't have said that? You knew it immediately walking away and you're like, ah.
3 days ago, my sister, this is fucked up. Is this recorded? My sister called me 3 days ago and it rang twice and then it hung up. And I text her back, what's wrong? I wish I never did that. Because she told me. And now I'm in it. That's how they get you. Don't ever ask anybody what's wrong. I pride myself on not asking people what's wrong. Or like about their day. You ever ask somebody how they doing and they tell you? This is just, I didn't mean it, bro. I was just trying to fill in the silence. Oh my God. Yeah.
That's the worst. I've gotten to the point where now I'm like, I've tried to figure out things to say that don't entice a response.
Yeah, that's
You know, like,
yeah, that's
or when somebody tells me a problem, I'm learning to say, you're a champion. You'll figure it out.
oh, that's up.
Cause you give, all right,
That's up.
you give them a compliment at the time.
Oh,
It's called
no,
the
that's
sandwich method.
Oh, now could you imagine telling somebody? Oh, that's fucked up. Hey, you a champ. You'll figure it out. See, you don't date women. That's why.
No.
I wish I would tell a woman that. Girl, you a champion. You gonna figure that out. Well, I'ma hit out. Guess I'll hit the hay.
I just feel like I've had to figure out phrases that don't invite other people's drama. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Absolutely.
how you doing now is heavy, it's loaded. Like, you can't, people answer now.
Yeah.
Back in the day, they'd be like, I'm all right. They used to keep it inside, right?
That's right.
Right? They be,
I think there's a sort of there's like a black man code that I don't know if white guys have a version of this. You a white guy? I was born in 1983. I just judge people based on what they look like. You seem like a white guy. Are you a white guy? All right, boom, it still works. Never know. Do you guys have a thing like if I see a black man, I'm like, hey man, how you doing? He's not gonna tell me how he's doing. He gonna be like, hey, try to get like you or something like that. It's something that don't mean nothing. I think that's why we don't go to therapy, because that shit will be 45 minutes of us saying how we trying to get like each other.
the Spider-Man
Yeah,
thing.
hey man, how you doing, player? Hey man, how you doing, player? It's your world. Man, I'm trying to get like you, man. I'm trying to get like you. Same time next week. All right, man, $200.
I think white men do it too. They just may not use those terms, but I
White
think.
guys do it, you think?
Oh, look at the state of the world. Do you think they going around talking about their feelings with each other?
Nah, they try to fix. White guys is. This is what? Hey, you tell us. What they say at the last meeting, though.
We are all looking at you for answers. Everybody turned around and looked
Yeah,
at you.
man. You are ally, man. You in the front row. You need to be telling us what the we got to prepare for. Speak in code or something. Hey, y'all, winter's coming. Prepare.
It is coming.
Are you nervous about this president? Do you think this is
You know what? I at first, because if you start listening to all the stuff, you get nervous.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I grew up poor, right? And I grew up, I've been a person of color my whole life, and I've endured struggle and strife.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my grandmother's grandmother was a slave in Puerto Rico. We know all the history. And I'm like, how much worse could it get for us? Like, we a bit, I think that the outrage that we're seeing is that white people are now feeling, oh shit, they doing it to us too.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Right? But
Yeah.
I feel like we've all, what administration can you say was really good to us?
That's a good point.
And so I think that's why I don't want to be in panic mode all the time.
That's a tough thing to say to people, especially, this close, I guess, when everybody's raw in their feelings, but it is a tough thing to tell white people.
What?
You know what I mean? But it's true though. We've been through all the we've been through presidents y'all think is amazing that wasn't that amazing for us, and we just be like, yeah, all right.
Because people will be like, Lyndon Baines Johnson. And I'm like, you mean the man who interrupted that woman's, I think people are like, y'all, Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. And I'm like, it was a business decision. It wasn't a humanitarian act. So I don't know, No, and I listen. If I think about it from a logical perspective,
No, you're right.
white people too. Like, what administration has really been good for anybody who's not in the top 1%? Like, they just fooled some white people to say, at least you ain't black, so the cops ain't gonna pull you over, but you still ain't got no health care. Like, what administration has been good for anybody?
America is like the perfect. It's a middle management experiment, but like the greatest middle management. They've explained to us that we're doing slightly better than somebody, and it's made all of us fine with whatever treatment we gotta get, as long as we know somebody's getting it a little worse.
That is it right there.
That's what it is. So that's kind of how that's sort of the con. That's the long con. But I do think now people are starting to realize that, especially with social media and with podcasts and with just how small the world seems to be getting, because we're allowed to talk to each other so quickly and share information and compare notes so quickly. I think Trump figured out that he could get in on the ground floor in the conversation. And I thought he campaigned way better. But the bigger conversation is, why are we still campaigning for the highest office in the world the same way? I was doing a show in Madison, Wisconsin, and I had to fly in to Milwaukee to drive like 2 hours to Madison. And that whole drive, all of the farms, Trump, 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 Trump signs on the fucking farms. I'm like, yo, these cows, you gonna win the cow vote. It's like literally all fucking farm, Trump, 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 Trump. Then you get to Madison, and it's all Harris Walls. And it's an interesting thing of like, first of all, signs still work. Really? So like they're paying for signs. They're driving. Their idea is that people are going to see the name so much that they feel like this is a viable choice. They're marketing like it's soda, like the way like for the same reason kids like McDonald's. That's how we pick our president. And then you watch the convention and you see Meg the Stallion twerking and Hulk Hogan. You're like, what is this? Make-A-Wish? What the what? The this got to do with policy. This is how we're choosing the highest office? Like,
Idiocracy.
yeah, but it's the game plan is set for it to be that. It feels like they're literally gearing it toward mother that don't care about anything but entertainment. And I think at this point we're starting to see like, all right, well, if we want better choices, we have to kind of take it more seriously. We can't be as entertained by, well, did Beyonce sing or did she not sing or what? It's like, why the fuck do you care? Like, what? Let's make this more serious. Let's fucking treat the presidency like it's a medical diagnosis, like it's something important. Like, who do you want to do your taxes? The motherfucker that knows Hulk Hogan, or you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not gonna get a better choice if campaigning is what brings us the presidency.
I agree.
Because we'll just get the best campaigners. We won't get the best candidates.
Yeah.
The best president might be a motherfucker who's afraid to talk to people.
Yeah.
He might be afraid of large crowds, but he's a genius. You never know. Like, you don't, you know.
I think you just made a brilliant point. I feel that way. It's like activists.
Oh,
like,
this is the Kettle One talk.
Nah, that's the real people. Like, when you think about activists, like I see when people would label me an activist, I was like, no, I'm just out of work right now. And can I just be honest? Like, I care about my people. My advocacy is in my work. Yeah. So if you see me doing videos because I care about my people, but if I get a job, I'm out. But there is somebody.
That's not true.
No, I'm out. I'm not on doing the videos every day. That doesn't mean I'm stepping away from the advocacy. My advocacy is in my work. I'm writing the scripts. I'm writing the book. This is what I care about. But there is somebody who does this every single day.
Yeah.
They don't have an Instagram. They don't have a fancy car. They don't have a lot of money, but they give a about you. They want you to have health care. They want you. And I rather use my platform to say, hey, you should listen to these people.
Yeah.
Instead of me, the comedian, is going to tell you, it's a lot of shit I don't know.
Right. And I think we gotta like not put so much pressure on everybody to do every thing. Like you could, like I guess in the '60s, it's easy for us to say because we wasn't really around in that time. But in the '60s, Muhammad Ali was a huge advocate. But every time he spoke, he talked about the people that taught him, and he led people toward the people that taught him, and the people that educated him. So he was the most articulate. He had the giant platform, or like in that Sam Cooke documentary, it was Sam Cooke, Sam Cooke, Malcolm X, and Muhammad Ali together, and they said Sam Cooke was the most dangerous one because he was in everybody's living rooms already. He had the biggest audience. People respected what he had to say because they already accepted him. So there is a level of that where you can help, but I do think as voters or as people, as that pay taxes, that pay for this representation, we have to demand that they take themselves more seriously in the way they sell to us and the way that they propose things to us, because they treating us like they treating us like Jenny treated Forrest.
The callback. The callback. All right, so
That's all I got to say about that. No, I could do it all day. I'm annoying.
I think
I've been a little brother for a long time.
I think you made some really good points. I want to share this story with you, and this is the should have kept that. I want to know what you think about this.
Okay.
I recently told my girl that lately sex hasn't been the best for me. She used to be adventurous, spontaneous, and downright wild. Ever since we've been together, she just keeps playing it safe and on board. Yesterday, she came home with a pamphlet for a sex therapist. She wants us to start going to sessions. I don't understand why she needs to go to a therapist. She just needs to take a couple of shots and get back to business. Should I have kept that?
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I need to hear that one more time. I just want to get the details right. Is that okay?
Absolutely. He said, I recently told my girl that lately sex hasn't been the best for me.
You told, okay. So he told her.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
She used to be adventurous, spontaneous, and downright wild.
Right.
Ever since we've been together, like I guess in a real relationship, she just keeps playing it safe and I'm bored. Yesterday, she came home with a pamphlet for a sex therapist. She wants us to start going to sessions. I don't understand why she needs to go to a therapist. She just needs to take a couple of shots and get back to business.
Oh, man.
Should I have kept that to myself?
I wish you didn't read that twice. Oh, man. It sounds like something happened. Oh, that sucks. Oh, yeah, oof. Oh, God, that poor guy's got to go to therapy now. Oh, I feel sorry for him.
Should he just kept?
He should have shut the up. He should have kept that. I would have kept that. Yeah, I would have kept that.
But then what happens then? If the sex is not popping anymore and you don't say anything, you gonna cheat?
No, you don't have to cheat. You could. Yeah, he gonna cheat. He gonna cheat, but you know. He might. No, I don't think he already cheated. I'm not gonna put that on him. I'm not gonna put that on. I don't think he cheated. He might. And you know what? Just, if you're gonna cheat, just try to be good at it. I don't know, just try your best to keep it from oh man, that sucks. I feel bad for him. There's no winners in this situation. But if you're gonna lose spectacularly. What would you tell him to do? It sounds like something happened that she needs to talk to a therapist about.
So she needs the therapy.
Yeah. She
Maybe he ain't.
Yes.
putting it down like he thought he was. Why is the onus on her? Why doesn't he?
Well, no, I'm saying she clearly needs it because she asked for it. She wants it. Or do you think she's like, I think we need therapy because you need therapy?
That's a good point. Yeah.
Like if she suggested it, then you don't need therapy if you don't want it, right, guys? Wait a minute. What if you think he needs the therapy?
No, they both. They need to both go together, right? It's a sex therapist, it's so that they can talk about their sex life together.
I don't know about that.
No.
No, you can't be bringing folks in your bedroom like that, man. One of them need therapy, and I'm gonna guess it's the person that suggested it. No? Why not though? Where am I missing the mark?
Back to what he said. He said, I wish she would take some more drinks. That means in order to begin with, she had to be wasted.
Oh.
Over the quality of that.
Oh. I feel like you're doing in therapy what we call inferring. No, that's not. It was great, and then it went down, and then she got more conservative. Oh, I don't know about that. You guys are just taking her side. No, I want to hear from some of the fellas. White guy, what'd you say? What say you? Yeah.
He said Jesus Christ.
No, it sounds like I don't know, maybe, damn, you gotta go to, goddamn, could you imagine having so bad you gotta go to therapy for it? That's a bummer.
I think every woman has had a so bad that they had to go to therapy for it. They just never say it. Because we don't really say what we mean. We just be like, hey, where that Patron at?
Wait a minute, you think, hold on. Oh, this is kind of a beautiful conversation here. You think men don't keep it quiet when the sex is bad?
Oh yeah, I do. I mean, but y'all go out and go like.
No, we don't. Like this, a man could love a woman and the sex be trash, and we can't tell her, "Hey, baby, you might need therapy."
But no.
See, would you ever? Every dude in here is being very, very quiet, and it's bothering me. It's really bugging me because they all found solidarity, and you is looking at me like I'm speaking Spanish. You know exactly what the I'm saying. Y'all know exactly what the I'm saying.
Listen. I don't know why this idea. I agree with you, right? I think that men and women can both be trash.
Certainly, that is a fact.
Yeah, awesome. Right.
Okay.
Non-binary people too. Y'all, we're not leaving y'all out of this.
That's right.
But I'm sure. But I just think that women have the same conversations men do, but for some reason we're like always in this angelic place where people think we have the group chat. We be like, yo, this was trash. Yo, we do the same things. We just don't. We know how to be quiet more than y'all do. Like, you guys, we do everything y'all do. We do it.
I think you guys take for granted, and I understand that, and I hear you, and I feel that. And in addition, I will also say I think sometimes women take for granted how quiet men actually are when we don't say what the we really be thinking.
Radical honesty, right? That gets people broken up. All right, so. All right.
Word, yeah, who said that? It's fine, you see the is waking up right now. You're like 40 minutes too late, bro. Thank you.
I'm gonna ask you 5 questions, and this is to get to know you better, and
Okay.
we're gonna wrap it up.
All right.
Fight or flight?
This was fun, by the way.
Thank
I
you.
had a ball.
You are great. Thank you.
You're so good at this. I hate doing this, and this was actually like really fun. Thank you. No, seriously.
Thank you. Fight or flight, a sumo wrestler.
Wait, what's fight or flight mean? What do you mean by that?
Fight or you flee? A sumo wrestler.
Would I fight or flee a sumo wrestler? Oh, you gotta flee. The chances of me beating this in a foot race or beating him in a fight is definitely, flee. I'm fleeing. But I'm teasing as I'm running.
So you win anyway.
Yeah. I'm like, come on.
If you could have only one, would you have a chef or a driver?
Chef or driver? Chef. A chef. Yeah, well, wait a minute. I do drink a lot. I'm gonna say a chef.
Sparkling or flat water?
Oh, flat all the time.
Your first set, you remember it? Your
Yeah.
very first-
It was rough, but it was amazing. What I remember the most, I don't even remember the jokes. I think that I had like a joke that was like something about, it was like, it was like something like how Jehovah's Witness must love Halloween because that's the one time people open the door. But it was not noteworthy at all. But what I do remember was the view. I think like the view was the one thing that hooked me. I was like on open mic and I remember people looking up and smiling. And even if they wasn't smiling, I just saw the opportunity that they could be smiling. And that I never got over. So like this is always special for that kind of reason.
If you could say one thing to your favorite teacher, what would you say?
To my favorite teacher? Man, I had a teacher named Miss Moss in the 10th grade. She was an art teacher. And she told me, that's crazy. I still remember this. That's so crazy. Yo, all right, her name was Miss Moss. She was in 10th grade. And she told me that school is 90% about learning how to talk to people and learning how to be around people and meeting people and being social, and all of the academic is not as important as you stress over and as they stress over. And she was like, yo, just get to meet people and have fun and make friends, and those types of things are gonna take you so much further in life than any academic thing. And she was so right. And it's something that like I find myself telling like younger people, like, yo man, make friends, have fun, make mistakes, like do that. Cause it was like the first time an adult talked to me from a place of not like cop, you know what I mean? Or not like, like, cause in school they treat you like, they act like they COs and it was like the first time she talked to me like a former inmate, like, yo, don't worry about it. Here's some I wish I knew, you know what I mean? And I always appreciated that. That's that would be it, yeah.
You know what? When I think about, I've never, ever used the Pythagorean theorem. Not once.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like,
once.
even if you do, you're like, oh, I used that shit. But man, you know who didn't have friends in high school. Just talking to them, you be like, oh, this wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? Or this was really cool, or he was too cool, or like you could just tell. So that shit, like I carried that forever.
Michael Che.
Yeah.
Thank you. I can leave.
Huh? Yeah. He is like out. See, he leaves. Thank you so much for joining me for this live session with Michael Che and Angela Yee. Give it up for them one more time, please. And catch up with us on socials. We are at SWYM Pod on TikTok, Instagram, and X. If you are watching this, click the subscribe button. We want to hear from you in the comments section. Tell us your stories about those moments where you wish you would have said something or you should have kept that. If you are listening, download the episode, become a member, do whatever you need to do, and tell a friend, because we want to continue to grow this village. We are so excited to be a part of yours, and we are excited for you to be a part of ours. My name is Aida Rodriguez. This is Say What You Mean. We are out.